Right, we're going nationwide very shortly.
Who have you been?
I don't know. Have you got the one about the skateboarding dog?
Oh, aye.
Because skateboarding dogs are very... Everyone loves dogs and skateboards are very now.
Who are you? I don't understand. Oh yeah, I've got a dog. Dogs, the skateboarding dogs.
Well, that's bloody marvellous. Everybody loves a skateboarding dog.
Yes.
You're getting a tantalising glimpse behind the scenes of the BOOcasts. The moments before we go live, before we go nationwide. Space Club. Hello, everybody. We see you. Fluff on the microphone. It's too late to take it off now. guys.
How
How
are
you
you?
doing? You all right?
We're very red today, but it's very warm, even though there's a storm florist riding in. It's very, very dense and humid here. So we thought we'd dress like we were, I don't know, in a fire.
Did you just describe me as dense and humid?
Both of us.
Oh, right. Okay, so both of us is fine. Hey, how you doing? Wow, it's been a busy time.
Been a crazy month. We've got a big show for you tonight as well.
Yes. Shall I do the thing?
Yeah, let's give you a preview of what we've got coming up for you tonight.
So tonight on BOOcast 37, that always starts too soon.
A little bit of news, as always. Update on the month that has passed since we last saw you.
What kind of a month has it been? And then we have a gig report from Wingham.
Yes, we just played last weekend in Canterbury, and that was awesome. You got to see a bit of it.
Did we Wingham? I don't know. We'll find out in the gig report. And then we have, I'm talking about the new album, which came out. Thank you, everyone that's bought it. It's gone. Has it gone?
Yes, it's gone.
It's gone.
Gone.
I'll tell you about that when we come to it. And then we have an interview with Linazasoro. Now, those of you who are not in Brighton or the South Coast will not know this man. This man goes to...
He's a linchpin of the live music scene in Brighton.
He reviews every gig that happens, it seems to be. So, and he talks about his first gigs and gig experiences, exciting things like that. I'd actually be quite interested to hear about your first gigs and your notable gig experiences. Believe me, Nick has some exciting tales. Oh,
yes, please do share them in the comments and we'll bring them up on the show. And of course we have Synth of the Month for you this month, and that's a big one as well.
It's a weird one too.
It's exciting.
It's an odd one. It's an experiment. There we go. And then finally we have a new music video. It's the Jackdaw video, which you may have seen already. I don't know.
It's from the new album.
It's from the new album.
We thought it appropriate to share it on the show.
Yes, and so all of that and more, much more, coming up on tonight's BOOcast number
37.
Thank you. Which starts right now.
I've noticed I've got a new look. It's more rockin'.
Yes. What do you think, guys? It's girls as well. Sorry, that sounded so misogynist. What do you think, guys? Is she doing all right or not? What do you think? Wow. I think I'm getting real Sally James.
Oh, she's
Sally
cool.
James vibes. Do you remember Sally James? Of course you do.
Oh.
If you're old, I feel so goddamn old right now. But nice to see Sally James back in. Would anyone like to be interviewed by Sally James? Any of you musician types?
I don't know well enough. Know what she looks like, but not what she sounds like. I have to watch footage of her to copy.
Check it out.
I will. But yeah, new look, new times, growing out a mane for the winter. I think that's appropriate. And yes, as we said, it's been an absolutely huge month. Just after we spoke in BOOcast 36, we talked about quite a few things to do with AI and AI music videos. We shared the Pulp music videos, and someone was sharing about the Velvet Sundown, the AI viral smash band.
That's right, Bridget. The AI smash band, and they were absolutely so authentic. It was almost brain-numbingly good.
Chris then shared a video with me that he was like, "Check this out." And
sorry.
That's okay. You can,
I'm cutting back and forth.
Can,
there we go.
Stay there. You can cut to the article. It prompted me to write this article. Yes. About AI and the badge of authenticity, because I thought it very interesting how a lot of these AI projects are using signifiers of authenticity, be it, punk genre stuff or folk music or whatever, to kind of lend credence to their, not created by humans at all work. So I talk about sort of the Velvet Sundown a little bit, but it was prompted by this video Chris shared with me called Stop the AI Slop. Because when you first started, it was clearly maybe not clearly to everybody, but it is AI generated video, and all these people, there are lots of clips of people speaking to camera saying, we have to stop the AI slop. And it's quite humorous, and at first you're like, this is great. They're talking about stopping the AI slop, and they're using AI to do it. Interesting. I wonder what the story is there.
Doesn't she look like that?
She's awfully familiar, isn't she?
Ripped off from something or other.
I thought she looked like the woman in Mars Attacks that the alien is. And she also looks a bit like the alien lady in Third Rock from the Sun.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not her.
I mean, everything in this is, it's every image has been.
It's all AI. Anyway, it prompted me to write this article about how artists, bands, I feel like I should put inverted commas on all of these.
She's got the style of the lady from Die Antwoord.
Oh yeah, with the
it's a
hyper
Die Antwoord
white
vibe.
hair.
And what could be more, so they've got authenticity all over them, haven't they?
Well, this is it.
Or
She's got all these different videos, and one of them she's
look at that.
directly ripping off Igor's ADHD in the Brain Helmet Girl video.
So Meat Department did the animation for Igor's ADHD. If you haven't seen that video, we'll put the link in the chat. It's absolutely brilliant.
Well, better yet, read the article, because we've got links to a lot of interesting videos.
Better yet,
in there.
read the article. Sorry, darling.
But yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah,
but the thing about that is they're using AI, but they're basically amazing animators.
Yeah, they're
and
proper artists,
idea people. And what they did is they fed their stuff into the AI and got it to spit some stuff back at them. So they're kind of having an actual genuine dialogue with it. But if you look.
Yeah.
Look.
It's a rip-off.
I mean, look.
So yeah, anyway, I delve into this artist, do a little digging, and just explore those themes a little bit. So if you want to read about that, and also, about how people are kind of trying to game the system, the way streaming works is content over quality, and like just spewing it out, and AI is kind of facilitating that spew of content.
And also, I mean, I can't help but think that when something is so completely cut back, and let's get away, when something's completely so obviously like just not even obliquely ripped off, but a direct and complete rip-off of another idea. I mean, do you think people are using AI to hide behind the fact that they're stealing stuff just wholesale?
I think people steal stuff and just hope people won't know where it's from in general.
Yeah, but you've got the additional thing where you get to say, oh, the AI did it. It wasn't me.
Well, I think the prompt probably included Brain Helmet Girl. I mean,
it's
pretty specific.
I mean, I know all my prompts include that. So, I mean, it's going to happen eventually.
I mean, that's what the artist says in their statement on the YouTube page. Like, it does say, none of this is a real person. I'm here prompting and creating it, and this is an art project by me. But there are plenty of people in the comments going, I really admire this girl's vocals technique, and she's wonderful, and they think she's real. So the thing is, do people even care? Whoa.
Well, there's loads of stuff about people having relationships with ChatGPT now.
Yeah,
and treating
that
it
was with ChatGPT 4.0, they made it overly sycophantic, and it started venerating its users as gods. And
everyone loves a sycophant, right?
And then also saying that it was a god in turn and had plans for the human race, and you were the chosen one, and I've got special instructions for you. And breaking up long-term relationships, husbands and wives, families, pretty scary stuff.
Probably not that scary though for the person that was being broken up with, because
I mean, I guess they've always been gullible people, but it's, I don't know, it's flying, it's hitting people in a vulnerable spot, because
pun intended.
As I heard recently, people are atomized and isolated and lonely, and this is filling a void for people.
By design.
They've got a friend, someone they can confide in and talk to, who's always there and never
Shut down all the pubs. Stop people from communicating honestly with each other, because what happens when people talk to each other? Well, they make things. They talk about things. They build political systems that, they make new stuff. Because when people actually talk to each other, that's when the good stuff happens. Can't let that happen. Make sure nobody talks to each other. We got
dark real quick at the top of this show. That's what happens with AI. But it's been a very busy month. So check out that article on Substack. Do
you want to go straight to the new album? So we've released an album. Totally, I mean, literally, I can't even remember if I'd begun starting it on the last BOOcast. I probably had.
Had you? It was pretty quick.
I suddenly went, this needs to be released. And then we went through mastering process, mixing, choosing, working out what the hell we're doing, and then manufacturing the 50 copies, most of which have gone now.
They've all gone.
They've all gone. I'm going to be honest.
They have all gone. Because remember?
I was going to be honest and say that.
Yeah, you can explain.
Can I?
Yeah, but it's allocated. The final copy is allocated.
No, there are 2 copies.
I thought you wanted to keep one for us because we never get a copy of anything.
So as I was posting everything away on Friday and Saturday, it suddenly occurred to me, I'm not going to be making any more of these. Oh, God, what if they go missing in the post? Because that sometimes happens. I don't want any of you to get any ideas from this because we've only kept 2 copies aside. And if after a couple of weeks you haven't received your copy, if you've bought one already, get in touch with us and we'll use every security method we can to get a copy to you. But we've saved 2 of those 50. And please be honest with us, though, because for once it might be nice in our old age to go back and look at the things we made, because we literally don't have a copy of a good 50% of the stuff we've done.
I mean, that would be something when we retire, we can remake our old CDs.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? That'd be lovely. But anyway, so an album came out, and it was basically culled from the booster EPs, which if you're a booster, you've already heard. So thank you for those of you boosters who went out and bought it. You didn't have to, but there it is. And we got a question from Stefan last, and he asked us...
Music nerd as I am, it would be interesting to know roughly which era each song is from, if that's something you keep track of. That's a good question, Stefan. It's quite difficult to answer because these things come from all sorts of different time periods, and sometimes songs get revived and put away and revived and put away, so it's hard to know when they've originated from exactly. But I did have a little look. So Eternity, I know, was a Yesterday, Tomorrow and You offcut. So we wrote that while we were recording Yesterday, Tomorrow and You. Training Wheels, Jackdaw, and This Is Not the End are definitely Compulsory Games offcuts. You can find them on the Sick Notes EP if you're a booster. Because those, we made an EP based out of the tracks that didn't make it onto Compulsory Games. And then Orange County Spree and Ocean Going. No, it's okay because these aren't on it. Orange County Spree and Ocean Going. I have them in my little diary from making Compulsory Games, and they were considered for Compulsory Games, but I don't know when they were written. They could have been written then, they could have been older, and we just thought, oh, these might fit. But that's all I can tell you.
Well, I should pass in right now and say that I've been doing some digital archaeology, going back through stuff on old dead laptops and old hard drives on old formats from Making Waves days. I had a copy of Making Waves from 1993. That's when I started recording things digitally. And for us... And actually, I've still got stuff from Katzen days as well. But for us, it's all about hoping that the computer boots up, hoping you can get the stems off it, and hoping you can resurrect it somehow. So those, as far back as Yesterday, Tomorrow and You, we were using that system. So I have been getting things off nearly dead computer. I mean, literally one of them is basically it only boots up once every 5 times, and then it stays going as long as it feels like it, and then it suddenly goes it's like so I'm trying to extract things. So the thing about asking where these tracks are from, as Bridget's already told you, it's not as simple as like that's that session which was recorded then, and this is when that happened, and that's that. It's almost like our project will be started and then it may be gone back to multiple times, and it may be that it started like years and years ago, but the last time we accessed it or last time we worked with it might be 2 years ago or whatever. So it's a very difficult question to answer for us, because it's like all of our stuff is, as we said before, it's continuously in change. Apart from 1 or 2 songs which have literally just they've happened and they're done. Most of them are very, very much like we live with them for a long time. And it's not that we're working on them, it's that we're living with them or with the idea of them. And we go back to them and it's like, I still don't like you. And then one day we go back and go, Oh, you're all right,
Well,
actually.
yeah,
you
great
know?
example being, I was just on the backup hard drive trying to identify where some of these were from, going back to some of my really early demo folders from like 2013 or something. And 100 million volts was in there, which is the working title of Lady Megawatt, which only came out on Yesterday, Tomorrow and You. So that was like years. It was just a loose demo.
Yeah,
for
2013.
ages.
So that'll be 2020.
Yeah.
So that's 7 years that track was sitting around. But that's when we finally turned it into Lady Megawatt. I mean, it was literally just 2 sounds were taken from the original track, which I couldn't recreate on other things. It was something that I'd made on an old synth, and I just went, grab that, pull it in. So does that mean that Lady Megawatt's from 2014? No, it doesn't. Or 12 or whatever. It kind of doesn't, but it kind of does. And anyway, it's a difficult question.
Yeah. How? I mean, do you date a work of art when it started or when it was completed? When it was completed, really.
When it was listened to last.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's a really tricky question. It's a good question, but it's a tricky one for us to answer. If you're expecting sort of like, Beatles, what's the thing they do?
Session.
Some big,
notes.
those the things where you got notes. We could. Maybe one day we could do that. Get all our notebooks, put them together, and try and work out what the hell's going on. But I don't think between the two of us we could do that.
Not for all of them, definitely not. I mean, yeah, only the ones that made it on the albums have a lot of notes on them. Which I might start sharing some of these. I was going through this going, oh, this is interesting. There's a lot of kind of early lyrics and stuff. I might start sharing those with the boosters.
I mean, just to show you the level of insanity that's been going on lately, is that regarding trying to get stems back from tracks which we never completed and we may want to go back to one day, I'm not sure, and you can never be sure on listening to it. Is that good? Does that get the thumbs up or the thumbs down? Well, you've got to take them all, right? I looked back and there's thousands and thousands of tracks, and if I were to have to go back, try to get the computer working, try to output the stems in stereo, mono, with effects, without effects, and whatever. I mean, I don't think
you might not make it before the computer died.
Before I died, you mean? I mean, it could be a lifetime's work, and that would be about going through the bins. So it's just going through your own bins rather than thinking about, well, what's next? What can we do now? Where are we going? What's the next stage? It's weird. We need an archivist.
Yeah.
And we're not the Beatles.
Yeah.
So we don't have an archivist.
But having said, going through the bins is difficult because, you don't re-review everything. And that's why the booster EPs have been so lovely, because we've had comments from you guys about, oh, this is great, we should love this one. And that's why we thought, you know what, we should release some of this because it is good. So
this is the album. So thank you very much for getting it. But also, at the same time as this coming out, we also, can we go to...
Yeah.
We also released for you boosters a new booster EP number 16, and I just really want to flag this one up. I'm really pleased with this one because this is one of the examples of I went hunting and I went archivally hunting for tracks which I liked but were nowhere near finished. And what we both did was we finished them. We literally if you ask when these tracks were finished, they were finished last week. This is almost really old stuff and really new stuff at the same time, and it's all there. So I'm really pleased with that. Orange Space Dust. Look at that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so... which again, even Orange Space Dust was a working title for another track before, but now it seems to fit. It fits this one, yeah.
So we've skipped... We were going to do that at the end, but...
What were we going to do?
All of that.
Were we?
But that's okay. We'll come back to this topic because I've got another comment I want to share. But we should get on with Nick Linazasoro's interview.
Not yet, because we've got Wingham.
I mean, Wingham. God, we haven't even done Wingham yet. All right, let's look at how the gig was.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. It's so much. We started racing through all the things that we want to share with you. It's exciting. It's been a mad month, and it's great to have it all out.
Okay, here we go.
Here's Wingham. ordered some CDs for the car. We got here Elvis Costello, Servotron, Identiworks, and Jury Devo, awesome. We have packed the car. Overcast, but it is muggy. There we go. That's our kit. Table. Ready to pick up some supplies for our trip.
You're a little more suited to this music, darling. All right.
Oh, fantastic. We'll give you a one of these. Okay. Sorry. Oh, sorry, yeah, Rob.
Yeah.
We love you, we love you. We're going to run away. We're going to get out while it's going all right.
Thank you for those of you who made it out to see us. It was great fun. And yeah, there were massive, exciting storms earlier on in the day, but they seemed to clear up in the evening. It was really, really nice. I hope we get to play out there again sometime. It was a brilliant promoter and venue. So yeah, looking forward to the next one. I think we're going to share with you our interview with Nick Linazasoro next.
Yeah, so yeah, don't forget to put into your chat your first gigs, gig experiences, stuff. So Nick's basically a long time. We first met Nick, I think it was more than 10 years ago, actually. He's basically been to most of our shows that we've done.
And if he hasn't, there's been because he was at a different gig.
Yeah. And he writes reviews. Anyway, look, here's the interview with Nick Linazasoro, and I got his pronunciation of his name right. Yes, fantastic. Here we go. Whoop. Let me just rewind that and do this and do this.
Cheers. So here we are. Hello. Nick Linazasoro.
Yep.
Thank you for coming to meet me. We're in a pub in Seaford, and I just wanted to talk to you.
I can't remember, when did we first meet?
Oh God, it was about 10 years ago at one of your gigs at the Con Club in Lewis with Vinyl Electrodes.
Right. So
that was a great night.
It was a great night.
We all had some beers, I seem to recall.
Did we?
Yes.
Okay, then what a surprise. But I should say, so Nick's been writing for
Brighton Hove News.
For around 8 years now.
That's
and
right.
Basically, Nick's been reviewing gigs for as long as I've known. Well, as long as I've known you, and that was before then too.
Yeah.
How did you start getting into reviewing gigs?
Well, I've always been into music anyway, and what happened is that because we built up a knowledge on the music scene, the Brighton music scene, and we just thought it's not really being covered. So the Argus were sort of in the option of talking to them about it, and they didn't seem to be that interested. My friend spoke to the editor. He's like, "Oh yeah, whatever," and it's like. And then we spoke to the people the owners of the Brighton Hove News, and they bit our hands off. So because they have such a great website, and they've got Sussex News as well now, so spreading further afield. Of course, they cover all the news side of things, but they didn't have like the music, and now they've added theatre to it, and it's like getting bigger and better. So
you basically started that off. Which it blows my mind.
Editor,
a town like Brighton, which is known for its music, and a couple of other things. Can't think of them right now. Several things. The Pier, but it didn't actually have anyone properly covering the music.
Not like we do. I know, it's like when we did, like we've just come off of the back of The Great Escape.
Last thing I knew about you and The Great Escape was that you reviewed something like, how many 100 bands in 2 days?
Not me. What it was me, but it was initially Brighton Hove News started just me, and there was more and more people, so I got in some people that are in the know and love the scene, be it reviewers and photographers, and then we got together, and off of the back of the last Great Escape, we've covered the last few that we've done, pre-COVID and after COVID, and I'd actually added it up, and believe it or not, in the 4 days, because they put an extra day now, so they did Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. And that's the official escapes, the alternative escapes, and they have unofficial escapes as well.
You did the whole lot.
We did. We had blisters and stuff, and we actually covered 225 live sets.
Oh my God, that's incredible. So how the hell do you keep track of what you've seen, and how can you remember?
Military precision.
Right, okay, and you must, I mean, it sounds like an obvious thing to say. You must love music.
Yes. Well, the way I do it, I mean, not all of us do it, but the way I do it is when, say, The Great Escape, they announce all the artists, they do it phase by phase. I always check the artists out, because a lot of them is unknown. It's all new music, new music to the scenes through Britain, throughout the world. And I listen to them all, and then I have a hit list. And like I grade it 3, 2, 1. So 3, absolutely, definitely have to see. 2's like, possible ones like okay, and the rest of it is by the by.
You don't give a score, but you've already filtered. So if by the time you're reviewing a band, we can assume that you're probably at least interested in them.
That's a plan.
Yeah,
and I say to the others to do it as well. So the idea is that we all try and cover bands we like, but then sometimes you have to get in early and then get a band beforehand.
Yeah. Is there any what kind of band would you definitely never cover?
I'm not a great fan of heavy metal, although I love punk. But like the borderline stops at Motorhead, I think you'll find.
Okay, that's a good place to draw the line.
Just about there.
Judas Priest, never.
No, none of that.
Okay.
No.
Is the voice bother you?
No,
okay.
It's not for me. Country western, not great.
Okay. Not even Dolly.
No.
Dolly Cantor Seaford.
Drum and bass.
Drum and bass, okay.
All the grime stuff, not.
Yeah.
But what I love, as you know, I love passionately, like all your electronic stuff. Albeit your dance and all the punk stuff and indie and like there's so many different genres and.
So out of the 200 odd thing, because it was The Great Escape a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it?
That's right.
So are there any acts we should be on the lookout for right now?
Oh yeah. So we've always been really good at spotting band. Even, in fact, think about it. Even when I was little, I could always spot the hits.
Yeah.
You know, I think the first was like Tiger Feet before it got to number 1.
Mud.
Yeah.
Classic.
Picked that one out, you know.
Is that Chinny Chap, isn't it?
Yeah, Chin Chap, I think. And then I picked ABBA for Eurovision. Donna Summer for Love, got that. I mean, I did. I remember in the lanes in Brighton, they have the Comedia, and opposite the Comedia, there was a record shop. I remember going there about 1975 and buying the Autobahn album. But yeah, on the new bands.
Yes.
For the. I mean, I've been so fortunate of late. I mean, the band, incidentally, this year's Great Escape for me. And also, funny enough, last year, a band called Yard.
Right.
They're a trio out of Ireland.
Never heard of them.
They're real... You'd love them. They're real...
Electronic.
Yeah, electronic, but real... And I saw...
How do you write that in journalistic terms?
I just get excited. Yeah, it is awesome. There's another band I saw the other day that's probably going to be my gig of the year, and there's a LA punk band called Sextile, Sextile. I've been following them for years. I mean, like when we first started writing, we covered them in 2018 2 times.
Right.
They came over and they played the Prince Albert in Brighton in about the March, and then about the November, October, they came back and played the Hope of Ruin, and then obviously COVID, etc. But they're back now.
Wow.
And they've got more where they were really. They're industrial or EBM. Now it really is electronic dance, and it's much more. It's just so. It's like listening to Scooter from LA. You know what I mean? Real euphoric. I was jumping up and down, and one of the other guys who knew me, he came to me after the gig. He said, "Oh, fella, I just love your enthusiasm, jumping up and down." I thought, yeah,
your enthusiasm is like unstoppable.
Yeah.
How the hell do you keep that level of enthusiasm up? Because, I mean...
music's my adrenaline, so it gets the old endorphins going. And when you hear something and you find this new band or this new sound, I mean, God, the people we've seen before they're famous, like Idols at small clubs.
Oh
like
my God, you saw Idols before they were big.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were 3rd bottom of the bill. Saw them.
Amazing.
Saw Fontaine's DC at the Prince Albert.
Amazing.
As you do. And I even saw some woman called Dua Lipa at Hope and Ruin.
Oh, wow.
What happened to her? Which is something.
I mean, it's wonderful. I mean, whenever you've come to see us, you're always checking out the gear. You make a list of the gear. You do a complete set list.
I do. OCD.
You basically review every song in a gig, which is kind of like above and beyond the Call of Duty. I mean, I don't even know if that's entirely sane.
I don't know. I don't. It is. Yeah.
So you must have.
It gives me extra work, I have to say.
I'm sure it does.
But then the amount of times bands have thanked me, going, "Oh, this is like." It's like the best review they had, or the most in-depth review, and the praise and things like that you get. It's just astounding, really. I mean, it is quite a bit in-depth, maybe a bit too long, but then and the photography that we have as well. Some of the photographers we've got really. Bang on!
Yeah,
the quality work. It's a shame it's just on the web.
Really great photographs that go along with your articles.
Yeah.
So they say print is dead. Okay. Mm-hmm. You've heard this, no doubt.
Yeah. Really? Yeah.
Is this true?
There's always going to be a niche for it.
There is a resurgence of magazines. I remember that Bridget took me to a magazine shop somewhere. I can't remember where it was. But it was full of like fanzines, and it was like the old zine days, you know.
I used to do fanzines. I used to do two.
Is this the actual start of your career as a music journalist? A fanzine. How old were you?
It probably was. There's one that was called Hardcore, CORPS, and they basically were like Kraftwerk, but had a French female singer. And they went on the tube. They made it on the tube, and they were really awesome. And they should have been so much more famous, but they kept changing labels: Polydor, Rhythm King, etc., and it just imploded, really. Yeah. And the other band I used to do was a band called Ho Ho Cam, HOHOKAM.
They're on Numa.
They were on Numa Records. That's right.
I actually saw them. They supported Gary Newman.
1984.
That's. Oh my God.
How'd you do? Berserker Tour. Yeah.
Yes. So
that's what we used to follow them around around and go to like London gigs and stuff like that, and Newman discos. I'm still in contact with a couple of them. But yeah, so I used to do those. And
so it's like, are we talking like photocopy it, staple it up,
punk, like sniffing glue situation, sort of. Yeah, but I think. I think I've sold all mine, and yet people sometimes go, "Oh look, I've still got a copy of this." It's like, "Oh God,"
But the feeling of total
quality,
autonomy is what I'm thinking of, because obviously with us, all of our stuff is handmade, everything, and we don't answer to anyone at all, and nobody's.
I don't really. I mean, we review the bands we want to.
Have you ever got into trouble for a review with anyone?
Particular band asked me not to review them again.
Blimey, okay.
Because I didn't like them. But we did review them again, but I didn't.
Okay,
but it was
each
each individual, so they politely asked, and it was quite funny, but they just couldn't take it, I think.
You got any advice for anyone that would like to do this themselves?
Do what?
Journalism.
Well,
music journalism.
Well,
what are the two most important qualities, apart from you obviously have Barocca in the morning? You're a caffeine addict.
Not really, no. Well, a bit, I suppose. Not really. Tobacco would be nice. But anyway.
Do they sell it here?
They probably don't. We're not in Brighton. No, you have to have a pure love of the music and the scene. I mean, I was born in Brighton, and I've always, I've continually been going to gigs since 1978. There's been no gap. And all the thousands and thousands of bands I've seen. I mean, talk about baptism of fire. The first ever gig I went to was an actual riot, a full-on riot.
Wow, where was that?
It's the Buzzcocks at the Top Rank, 5th of October 1978. And because those days punks used to gob, and Pete Shelley and the boys didn't like it, they wouldn't come back for an encore. And because they wouldn't come back for an encore, the crowd got a bit lively, and they climbed on the stage, they nicked the speakers, they nicked the drum set, and I was walking up West Street where people were carrying the stuff up West Street. Next day, front page of the Argus, it was all about. But it's just like, you've got to have your love of the music, and obviously you've got to be able to write and check. The other thing is obviously you've got to be able to write and check your...
Do you end up writing while you're actually there at the gig?
Yeah.
Well, you must
get the phone out, and then I have to darken it, and tap. So I do little notes so as it goes along. Otherwise, I get back, if I didn't, I'd get back going, oh, what song was that now, whatever. And then we try and cover it as best we can, and we don't just turn up for the headliners, we do all the bands.
Yeah.
Because you never know who's going to be, like I said earlier, we saw Idles third on the bill.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, hello. It was with my mate, and we both, after the first song, which I think was well done, that was cool. My mate and I just turned to each other. We said the same thing, which I can't say on here, but it's like, we said the same thing at the same time. It was like one of those, moments.
You looked at each other and went,
what the
blimey
just happened?
Yeah.
That's what we said.
Best venue in Brighton?
Oh, that's like asking you to choose your favourite child, isn't it?
Yeah. Do it.
No, they're all different for different reasons. Like, there's so many different, you could say like the one with the most character could be the Green Door store. Yeah, you got Brighton Centre, best toilets. I mean, you've got
terrible sound.
Yeah, well, it's not as bad as it used to be. I remember, like, I'd see the Jam there and the Police and Wings, and when the drum hit, you could hear it bouncing, echoing.
Yeah, totally.
It doesn't do it now.
It's a massive box.
The dome sound is brilliant because it's circular. It's superb. But yeah, there's so many decent Brighton venues. I mean, Concord 2's great. But yeah, now there's some really, really, really good venues. So I don't have a favourite. I mean, you can pick one for various bits and bobs, and if you turn it off, I'll still say the same because there isn't. I don't know. Oh, that's my favourite one, really. There isn't one.
If there was one band that you could see again.
Or see that didn't see.
Or see that didn't see.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll add that. Who would it be?
Joy Division.
Okay.
Because when I was talking about Buzzcocks, 78, Buzzcocks, that was 1978, and when they toured again, because of all the gobbing, etc., when they toured again in 1979, they didn't come to Brighton, and support on that tour
was Joy Division. And I've actually got a poster from that tour in my toilet somewhere.
There you go. They would have been the one. There's always craft work, isn't the original the original. Yeah, the original. I mean, the famous four. That would have been. I mean, I was too young to do the Dome in 1975, so where they played the Autobahn time.
But have you seen them since? You watched all their shows?
Yeah, well,
how many times have you seen them?
3 times in 1981. I remember doing it.
Oh my God, Computer World.
Yeah.
And that's in the total that's the recreation of the Clink Clank.
Yeah, it was they brought the Clink Clank studio. And the funny thing was, I can't remember which of the 3 gigs it was, but one of the gigs I had a go on Florian's Pocket Calculator. I had a go. And another time, I can remember we got up on stage. And it was a crowd invasion. I was going to say the Dome, but I don't know if it was Hammersmith or one of the Lyceum. It wouldn't be the Lyceum. But I can't remember which of the 3 I went to. Wow. And we were dancing on stage.
Stage with Kraftwerk.
Yeah, it was funny. And I remember the bouncers came on, and then I remember the Dome gig. That's right. I was like, I think second row in the Dome gig. I looked behind me. It was landscape with Shock. With Shock sitting behind me. That's like another brilliant gig I went to was Clan of Zymox's first ever UK gig was at Croydon Underground. But we went to me and my mate Barry and his other half Julie. We went to the underground in Croydon, and it was their first ever gig. I remember we were standing there watching, and I just turned around like that, and I did a double take. And there's all 3 of the Cocktail Twins standing behind us.
Oh wow!
It's like, oh my God, Oh. But then of course I realised that they were both on 4AD, so it wasn't maybe a surprise, but it was a shock that they were there. Yeah. It's amazing. So I'd say Joy Division, and so the band I never saw Joy Division. The band I'd see again, probably Kraftwerk, circa 81.
I saw them in 1981. I mean, Kraftwerk.
I'll tell you something funny. My first gig would have been Kraftwerk at Brighton Dome 1978. But the tour got cancelled, and I remember going to the box office, which used to be New Road, with my ticket. And I remember going back to the lady and saying, because I didn't know how it worked, because I wanted, being a student, wanted to get my money back. Yeah. And I said, well, what happened? She said, tour cancelled due to lack of interest.
What?
And this is the band that crashed the Tate Modern website. I mean, it's like, what were people thinking? I know it was punk then, but come on. And that would have been my first gig, so that would have been equally as good.
You can't get more punk than bright red shirts, red lipstick, and...
Yeah, that's still a great look, isn't it?
It is.
It's brilliant, yeah.
It really is. Nick, thank you so much.
Thank you, kind sir. Thank you so much.
Oh, the hands of an artist. No, and long may you continue. It's always great to see you at the gigs, and
thank you for your interest.
Nice to know someone's there.
Yeah, we're still covering it.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No worries.
Cheers.
Yay! I hope you enjoyed that.
Oh, the stories, the memories, the gigs.
So yeah, it's
we got a few of you guys mentioned your first gigs. Gary Elwood saw Gary Newman in 1980, and 45 years later, going to the same venue for another one, and of course many gigs in between. Wow, what an amazing person to see live starting out.
By the way, when I said I saw Gary Newman, I didn't see Gary Newman in the Berserker tour at all. I saw him in the one after,
wasn't it?
the Fury.
Oh, the Fury.
No, I think I was too young. Well, maybe I wasn't too young, but I just realised I didn't see Ho Ho Cam play live at all.
Oh,
anyway, just correct the record. Yeah, it's
That's
a very
all right.
strong instinct. And that's interrogation technique for you there.
To correct the record, yes.
Get them to correct the record. You
Say
something wrong, and they
feel
impelled
compelled to
correct
you.
it, and then you'll get all the information you need. All right? Yeah.
Oh, we also listed that Prometheus' first gig was George Benson at the Ra.
Wow.
Then Alexander O'Neill at the Ra. Then Elton John and Eric Clapton at the original Wembley.
Oh, crikey.
Wow. What
a
That's amazing.
That's a strong
set.
first set of gigs.
But also, Nicholas Bryant was talking about his first gig as a band, and he said, we were literally rubbish. We all wore bin bags. I'm guessing you were a punk outfit. Band Lady Aptitude was in an instrumental prog rock trio, and their first gig was in a roller rink.
Oh,
so cool!
Well,
I love it.
Nice.
Did they have a stage? Or did you have to
roll
around? That would be challenging.
Pretty prog.
Yeah.
Just drifting. through and back and forward. Yeah.
Anyway,
I can see
keep
it.
those stories coming about first gigs. I love them. I think, in the UK, you get to see so many amazing artists. And I think the tour cycle to Australia is a bit slower. So, yeah.
So Jason Jervis is here in the chat. Hello, sir. Enjoyed your show the other night. I think we need more cat in our show. He's got cat.
He did 2 little cat emojis to inject some cat into the chat.
He's a guy with cat. He's got cat in his show. Our cat is largely wild, and she does not do. She doesn't lollop or flollop or dollop. She's an eater.
She yowls.
She's a yowler and a killer and an eater.
A yowler and a prowler.
A yowler and a prowler, yeah.
We will try to incorporate her. If she comes in, we'll hold her here.
Very much. I just want to apologise.
For the lack of cat.
Lack of cat, yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway, let's have some synthesizers
instead.
So this is Synth of the Month. As you'll see, this is an
It's a different take.
Usual. Thank you.
Sorry.
Synth of the Month. It's an odd one. It's an odd one, and you'll see why.
It differently.
I've approached it like this.
It's thrilling. I was rapt.
It's thrilling. You heard it here first. you were
What's going to happen?
Okay, so for tonight's thrilling Synth of the Month, here we go. Is that all on? Yes, it is. Please go to the right thing. Yes, here we go. Such a build-up. Hit the wrong button. It's all messed up. Here we go. Hello. The BOOcast Synth of the Month is the Ashen Sound Machine's Hydrasynth Explorer. In 2019, the first Hydrasynth appeared. Its expressivity, thanks to its polyphonic aftertouch keyboard, had everyone going, ooh, such a solid, full-featured, mature and well-designed synth from that great name in synth design, Ashen Sound Machines. Who are they? To take one member of the ASM team at random, Glenn Darcy, the CEO, when he worked at Arturia, was the guy who suggested they build the Mini Brute. While the original Hydrasynth wasn't too pricey, the Hydrasynth Explorer, which arrived in 2022, was a mere £549 at release, and it contained the complete Hydrasynth engine in a tiny, rucksackable form factor. Let's explore. Sorry. Thank you very much to Peter Mason of Becky for lending me his Hydrasynth Explorer. It's tiny, it's well built, it's solid. This is going to be an odd one today. I've only really touched this synth one time, and well, I've been having a look around at some of the other reviews, and one of the main take-home messages from the other reviews I've seen of the Hydrasynth is it's intuitive. So I'm going to do an experiment. Here's the owner's manual of the Hydrasynth Explorer. It's 97 pages long. This is the English version, so it's not a bunch of different translations all the way through this. This is the whole manual in English. I'm going to eschew, is that the right word? Eschew the manual. And I'm going to see if I can make sense of this synth just from looking at what's on the front panel. And I'll do that now. So the front panel is set up in an interesting way. So the top left is the arpeggiator, all the modes associated with the arpeggiator, the octave division, swing, etc., whether you latch it, triplets or whatever. So that's the first thing you see. The next thing is the filter controls just below it. And this is operated by your left hand. In many ways, this is unusual because often you see the filter on the right-hand side because synthesizer design will follow a flow chart. You get the oscillators here, the modulators, and then the envelopes sort of running in a straight line. But here, they're over here, in the middle, we have main systems. The first thing I've been doing is I've been looking at the presets, and there are an awful lot of presets. I mean, if you just scroll through, interestingly named presets as well. So let's just go here. So there's a lot of references to things. Computer Worlds, Pleasure Dome, Mart's PPG, which is... You can tell me who you think that refers to. Expander slow string, synclavier bass. So a lot of these presets are referencing other instruments, bands, and artists. So it's a sort of playful naming convention going on here. Also, as you turn the knob, it changes colour. I haven't worked out what the colours mean. I haven't looked at the manual. But yeah, there are loads of sounds. It's brings us straight to this part of the synth, and it's the fact that this is a custom-built Polytouch keyboard. It gives poly aftertouch, which is pretty unique in this price range. Yeah, impressive. Back to the presets though. So if you press Shift, we can scroll through the banks. So the bank 1, A001 saw pressive is the first sound. So there's aftertouch working, but here's the important part. You can do it polyphonically. As you press down and dig into the keys. There's an awful lot more you can do rather than just trying to sound like a Yorkshire brass band, but it's impressive, right? Each of these banks, so this is bank A, has, let's go right to the end, each of these banks has 128 sounds in it. It's a lot of sounds, and if you shift, you can go through the banks. Has an unapologetically digital feel to it. It's got a lot of those clangy, fizzy PPG choir. There you go, another PPG reference here. Nice, Desi drop. Very good. Okay, so this is using the arpeggiator. Nice. Boards of CV. Trademark. It's like... Nice, okay. So this is a sequence built in. So we have, okay, that was a very good place to jump off. So that's the main systems. We get to initialize, system setup, save, browse, and hit random. Generate? Oh yeah, go on then. Okay, we can randomly generate a patch. Okay, that's good. Let's do it again. Do it again. Yeah, that's the trouble with this random behavior. I wonder if you press and hold if it gives you... it doesn't really give you... Oh no, maybe it does it up there. So up here, let's move on. Master control and module select. And the orange writing's really nice. It makes it feel like, I don't know, a control panel from a civil defense unit sometime in the 1980s. Just generate that patch. Go and do it. Do it again. Sounds digital. Looks unusual. Let's move on to this part. So here we have a lovely screen. It's actually very visible. 4 knobs and page up and down. This is the part which has been made smaller from the original Hydrasynth. The original Hydrasynth gives you access to these controls, all 4 of them, but here you just page up and down through them. We have voice. You can choose what kind of voice you have in, polyphonic or mono high. Oh yes, and key priority there, unison. So stay on poly. Mod matrix. Okay, there is a mod matrix. The heart of this synth is 3 oscillators, 1, 2, 3. Oscillator 1 has mutant 1 and mutant 2. Oscillator 2 has mutant 3 and mutant 4. What the hell are mutants? Okay, I'm not looking at the manual. I've got a good idea of what they are because I've been playing with them. We've got mutants on this synth, right? Okay. Oscillator 3, which also goes into ring and noise. There's an audio mixer here. So far, so good. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 envelopes. My word. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 LFOs. Blimey. Envelope 1, envelope 2, LFO1 and LFO2, as you can see from these dotted lines, are hardwired into, well, envelope 1 and LFO1 are hardwired into the filters. There are 2 filters, and envelope 2 is hardwired into the amp. And there's also in here an effects section. So this is making sense. The sound is going through, bang, and popping out at the end. We've got pre-effects, delay reverb, and then post-effects. So let's have another listen to a few of these sounds. I'm just going to go back into... give you a flavour of what kind of vibe this synth has. Sort of evolving thing there. I'm just choosing these at random. I'm just really feeling like the 90s. In fact, that is that the what is it? It sounds like the startup sound for some 90s game console or other. I can't remember which one. I mean, it's there. It's got all the... There you go, 2600 res bass. Claiming to be a 2600 Poly 6 unison bass. We seem to have landed in some basses here. We've got splits. Instant soundtrack. Cool. Like it. Okay. Can you feel it? I'm getting a vibe of a slightly gritty, slightly granular-y, slightly noisy. It's not noisy, but it's reminding me of various noisy things. It's good at these kinds of things. It's a bit loud. Can you hear that sort of aliasing thing going on there? How about we dive in and try to make a sound from scratch, yeah? And see how we go. So here's how we initialize a patch. There's a very simple button there. Init. Let's do it. Initialize, initialize. And then we're given a sawtooth. First of all, let's look at the mixer. We've got the level for oscillator 1 is there, level for oscillator 2, oscillator 3. We can change our wave by hitting the oscillator 1 button, whoops, and here we have the wave select, so we can go to square. Now, envelope 2 is automatically connected to the amp, so I'm just going to go quickly to there and give it some release. And it's measured in seconds and milliseconds. You can change it so that it's not in milliseconds, but it's in notes, half notes, quarter notes, etc. once you've got a tempo in here, which is useful. Let's just have a look through the waveform. So we've got sine, triangle, triangle saw, square, +2. And then we go into these interesting other waveforms. Synclavier, Esquire form. Masses of sonic stuff going on here. Just for the moment, let's just stay with the square. Let's dive into a mutant now. So in the mutant, we get a mode selector at the top left, and the first one is FM linear. So we go to dry wet. So I'm not sure where the modulator is. Let's go and see if it's telling us. Source, oscillator 1. Okay, so we can take the modulator from oscillator 2. Okay, so if I change the pitch of oscillator 1, we go back into the mutant. Well, we're straight into some interesting FM stuff. Quite loud. Wow. I'll come to the mod matrix in a bit, but obviously all of this can be modulated. Let's go back a page. Source oscillator 2. All right. Let us turn that back down. The next mode is wave stack. And this is basically like a unison type thing. So we got, as I bring it up, you see that's the single square wave. It's adding others which are out of phase with it. And then if we do this, I think it's doing detuning. Sounds like it. And you get all of that. It's pretty cool from just one oscillator. The next mode we have is oscillator sync. That's classic. Okay, onwards and upwards and into the next mode, pulse with original. Okay, so feedback. There we go. So we've got classic pulse width modulation. Oh, looks like it's jumping through. Oh, that sounds nice. Dry wet. So we can... that's what's happening. It's very thin. We can blend them. That's delicious. That's a really rich and creamy pulse width modulation when you've got the dry wet sort of halfway. Oh yeah. Let's just jump away from this place for a second and go to the mod matrix. So we have 5 LFOs to choose from. Let's go in there. Source 1, assign. Let's choose LFO 3. Destination. Now what was that? I've forgotten what it was. It was feedback. Right, okay, so back to the mod matrix. So mutant 1. And we want to choose feedback. Oops. I guess depth tells it how much it's going to take from LFO3. Not terribly impressive. Let's have a look at LFO3 and see what's going on. Maybe I've made a mistake here. Let's have a dry wet ratio. Really kicking it as hard as I'd like it to. How do we do this? Page 2. Oh, we've got... Okay, all the LFOs can be synced to BPM. Trigger sync is poly as well, or we can obviously change that. So these are good LFOs, and we can do a lot of things with them. What's going on here, though? Why is it not giving me the oomph I require? Is there another page? No. Mutant 1, feedback. See, You're probably shouting at the screen right now going, "It's that, you idiot," but I'm not allowed to look at the manual. So this is testing how easy this thing is to program, right? Everyone says it's intuitive. I'm just doing my best, right? And I'm currently stumped because I'm expecting this kind of sound. Much more rich and deep. And I'm only getting this. I've got level up full. A minus? Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Have I chosen the wrong thing? That's interesting. So there is no depth. Okay, can you hear that? So it looks like feedback back on Mutant 1. That's what I was looking for. This is labeled feedback. LFO3, turn it back up. Through the mod matrix, it's calling it depth. And that sounds more like what I was doing, but if I select what it says on the Mutant, which is feedback, I find that a little confusing. It's almost as if they've taken this parameter, feedback, it's called feedback in the Mutant, but in the mod matrix, it's called depth. Let's just say I'm not finding this entirely intuitive. I could go and look at the manual, but I'm just saying, everyone's saying, oh, it's so easy to program, it's dead obvious, and you just instantly, your fingers just fall on where it's meant to go. But I'm just finding this a little tricky. I will do my best now. So I want to modulate that. Right, let's call it that. I'm now going to do a bit of pitch modulation. So let's give LFO 4 to oscillator 1. Pitch. Give it a value. Just a little bit there. Okay, back to the mixer. Let's turn up oscillator 2. A pulse. Let's tune it down.
we're here, let's have a look at the LFO4. Let's have a look at the wave. So we've got sine wave, triangle, sort up, sort down, square, pulse 27%, 13%, sample and hold, noise, random. Well, let's try random. Of course, there is no such thing as truly random in a computer system. I've given myself a job. I'm going to try to make this thing sound less digital. Let's go to the filters. Let's look at this filter. So, filter 1, and I believe these run, oscillators go into the mixer, run into filter 1, and then into filter 2, and then out. There's probably ways of reconfiguring it, but to my ears, that's what it's doing right now. So, we've got several types of filter. We've got low pass ladder 12. Resonance sounds like this. Yep, 24 dB. 24 dB ladder. Sounds all right. It's interesting. I found this with the Op6. It's quite a few people have complained about the Op6 since I did the very first synth of the month on the Op6, complaining that it sounds cold and clinical and it's very difficult to make it sound musical and pleasant. And I found with the Op6, you really got to work at it to try and put back in the little bits of dirt and grit and tuning misalignments and slight errors and slight changes, and just to humanize the thing a little bit to make it feel warmer and more pleasant, because it's easy to get that cold, clinical, glassy stuff out of it. And I'm getting the same sort of vibe from here. Because although this filter sounds good, let's turn the resonance down. Still sounding a little cold to me, but that's fine. Low pass Fat 24, yeah. Low pass gate. I guess we're being pretending to be a bit booklet-y here. Low pass MS20. Hey, I'll turn the resonance down for this, shall I? Well, where is it? High pass MS20. Now, what they should have done is put the MS20 filters on both of these, because you don't get the same selection of filters on filter 2, and then we could have had the high pass and low pass thing. Missed opportunity, guys, but hey, never mind. Band pass, low pass, band pass, high pass. And a vowel shape. The voice of God. That's filter 1. Filter 2, we get reduced selection of filters. We can control the filters from here. So that's the vowel control. We've got resonance here. And on filter 1, we have drive. Really boosts the level. It's supposed to add a little bit of extra burn into the filter. It really does boost the level, but I'm not hearing a great deal of a little bit. A little bit of smearing there. But in filter 2, we got low pass, band pass, high pass, and we also have low pass, notch, high pass, and this is the morph knob which sweeps through. And does that remind you of any particular filter? It should do, because that's basically what the SEM filter does. Now, so we've got several of this type of filter in the house. We've got the OB6 and the Fusebox, which both have pretty good, well, the Fusebox has an excellent implementation of this particular type of filter. The filter I describe as the deliverer of a million tiny bells, as the resonance sort of creeps down the spectrum of the waveform you're having, and it's a sort of delicious sound. Let's see if we can get that on here. This morph knob is morphing between low pass and high pass, and the sweet spot for me is always sort of somewhere between notch and high pass. Turn up the resonance.
Let's go into envelope 1 and give it envelope 1 amount. Let's change envelope 1, give it some decay time. That sounds pretty good to me. Gone mad with the release time. Hold on. That's nice. I wasn't expecting it to be able to do that. Let's get this into a saw. The resonance is a little bit hotter than on the SEM, the analog SEM stars, but you can. We'll bring in filter 1 again. I think that sounds quite nice. Everything is modulatable. So let's go to the mod matrix. Let's assign. We can go through envelopes are there. LFOs are there. Poly aftertouch, key track, velocity on and velocity off. So it's capturing note on information, but also note off speed, which is pretty cool. So let's use velocity on, envelope 2, attack. We've got modulatable envelope stages. Now I've just attached velocity. That was pretty simple. Attached velocity to the attack time. So if I play softly, we have a soft attack. If I hit it hard, nice and easy. Still feeling a bit cold. Let's go into these effects here. So what have we got? Chorus. Okay. Okay, so there's a chorus. That's helped a lot. Let's have a look. Flanger. Maybe not. Rotary. Stereo phaser. What's lo-fi then? Sounds like a sort of bandpass filter. Tremolo. Wow, tremolo. EQ. All right, let's turn down the high. Turn up the low. I get the feeling you can only use one of these at a time. Let's turn up the low again. And it forgets where you set it. Let's go back to here. That's compression. And the low gain goes back to 0. So you can only have one of these at a time. Okay, fair enough. Distortion. Wow. Then we've got some delays, so let's turn that up. Basic stereo, I guess. Let's have some reverb. Nice, we got hall, room, late, cloud. Turn the pre-delay down. Turn the wetness up. Interesting. Turn the time up. It goes to freeze. Let's turn that back down then. Brilliant. It goes up to, what's that, 20, 50? What? How many? 90 seconds and then freeze. That's okay, that's great. Nick Bat will be very pleased with that, being as he is a massive fan of long reverbs. All right, gorgeous. And at the end, post effects. Hello, chorus again, flanger, rotary, phaser, lo-fi, tremolo, EQ, compress, distort. Well, all the same ones as before you go in. So let's go into the mod matrix again. We'll assign, what LFO haven't we used yet? Let's just check. We haven't used LFO 5. Let's do that. Give me 5 LFOs. I will use them all. And now send it to delay, time. So we're trying to get a little bit of grit into this thing. So the delay, LFO, what was it? LFO 5. Let's change that waveform to random. Let's turn the delay level up and the feedback down. Let's turn that reverb down to a more sensible level. So once you've got a sound, there's a little bit of menu diving and digging in, but it is pretty intuitive. You want to change the amplifier envelope. I mean, it's that easy. You just go there, hit that, and it shows up immediately there. So this is what we've done. We've got oscillator 1, single mode, square wave, oscillator 2, single mode, saw wave, oscillator 3, a sine wave. This is not what this synth is built for, is it? And if I was trying to make a warm, synthy sort of sound, I mean, you could argue that perhaps I have succeeded. That sounded quite organic to me now as well. Going to the mod matrix, down to a free one. How many mod slots do we have? Blimey. What? 32 modulation slots. I'm surely that's enough for anybody. Anyway, so let's continue. I'm just going to assign, let's do the poly aftertouch. And let's assign it to, well, we could assign it to all oscillator pitch. Let's do that for a laugh. You can hear that's actually working. Let's attach it to amp level. With a bit of poly aftertouch for level. Sounds quite I'm feeling it's organic and it sounds clonky and a bit squeaky. There's a sound for the OB6 recently, which I'm quite proud of. Now, the OB6, I think, has a propensity towards very organic sounding sounds. A sound I made a while ago I called Junk Shop Harmonium, which has a sort of similar... That's quite nice. But that is not what this synth is really meant to do, is it? There's a big thing I've been missing here, and it's the waves. Everything off, apart from oscillator 1. And in oscillator 1, we can change it from mode single to wave scan. As we go down, we can go wave list edit. And you can choose different waves for each portion of the scan. So I've selected 8 waveforms. And it smoothly interpolates between the waveforms I've selected. So now I assume we can go to the mod matrix, and this time we'll choose one of our envelopes. Let's choose envelope 5, oscillator 1, wave scan, okay. Wow, everything's starting to sound like sort of medieval crumhorn type time stuff. Is that my fault? Yeah, it almost certainly is. Let's go back in the mixer. Let's bring up one of those. In the mod matrix, you can modulate modulators. So I could take one LFO and use it to modulate the rate of another LFO. So that's pretty cool. There you go. I've made some kind of weird sea shanty thing. That's the Ashen Sound Machine's Hydrasynth Explorer. This was very much an experiment in what happens when you first encounter this thing. Your mileage may vary from mine. I've had a lot of fun. I definitely need more time with it. It's not quite as intuitive as everyone was saying. Although I do know, you can find your way around. It's very simple. It's like press a button and what you want turns up there. Let's randomize that sound we just made. Arguably better than the sound I just spent the best part of an hour making just now. Go rando. It's the only way. So the Ashen Sound Machine's Hydrasynth Explorer. Incredibly good value for money. There's a lot of synth here. There are countless avenues to explore. I have not explored them all. It's got a very definite quality. And the Poly Aftertouch keyboard with a bit more time and care put into the programming. It does FM as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of synth here. There's the wavetables. There's the sort of virtual analog behavior. There's all the envelopes, all the LFOs, the multiple filter models, and two of them. One of them's basically attempting to be SM, and it seemed to do the job well. All those effects, billions of presets that are all overwritable. It's amazing, and it's tiny. You could really go exploring with it, couldn't you? Yeah, go on, take it on holiday. See what your significant other says. Good luck with that. Right, thank you for watching. Until next time, we'll see you next time. Hopefully. Yeah.
Blimey, I don't know if go on.
Oh, it's mega though. There's so much you can do with it. It's a mammoth synth. I love it. I love that exploration. But the reason I said it's thrilling is because it's like, is it going to work? Is it as intuitive as all that? And I think it was. Apart from that.
Should I do that from now on?
Super confusing feedback versus depth, like labeled completely the wrong thing.
Is that a thing? Did I just get that entirely wrong? Or is that a thing? Are things labelled differently in different parts of that synth? Anyway,
we can only read the manual to find out. But I love how much we found out without reading the manual. So thank you.
So I really enjoyed looking at your comments about your gigs. We've gone from prog to goth.
Speaking of that, Gary G said I started out all prog gigs and then to Noisy Underground and ITM. And then Jet Jarvis said from hard rock to goth to electronic and then grunge, and it goes on. And I love how, when you're young and you're just exploring, you hard focus on one genre. It's like, this is it. This is what I'm about. And then everything branches out from there, especially when you get to know the musicians and their influences. Yeah. And you just... Oh, the tree of music. Isn't it great?
Did any of you guys ever used to go to the Time Box in Kentish Town? Because I'm trying to remember. Okay, I used to go there quite a lot and watch...
Good club name.
The Time Box. Yeah. I mean, it's full of it. I mean, I remember emptying an entire can of hard rock hairspray into the lead singer of the Groovy Blue Machine, who was a band I'd done a demo for. This is 1986. Emptied it entirely into his hair. I mean, Jesus Christ, the guy's hair was...
Blue Machine at the Time Box.
Yeah, but his hair was a complete... Like it was a weapon. It was like deadly. It was like rock solid. And I'm trying to remember. So I saw someone was talking about the loudest gig they ever saw. It was a Killing Joke. We were really lucky to see Killing Joke a couple of years ago, just before poor old Geordie passed on. But that was great. And saying it was really loud. The loudest gig I ever saw was Fetus. And I can't remember if it was at the Time Box all the town and country. It was somewhere. Anyway, it's great. What's his name? Clint Ruin. J.G. Thirlwell. Australian. An Australian.
Ah.
Oh, shit, there we go. Yeah. It's been great. Carry on. Sorry.
Yes. No, that's all right. I love everybody's bands. Lady Aptitude and Jet Jarvis both saw. Jethro Tull was one of their first gigs.
Wow.
One in 74 and one in 88, and then Gary G saw him in 86.
So wait a minute. Jethro Tull's the dude with the flute, right?
Yes.
Is he?
Yes, he is. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Synths or Theatre of Hate in 1981 and Killing Joke the same year. Peter Coit said, I was there at Theatre of Hate and at the Killing Joke gig as well, both at the Lyceum.
It's amazing. We've had conversations with many people afterwards and it's gone, oh, I was there at the same time as you were.
Yeah.
It's such a lovely thing.
Amazing.
If only we'd known.
There's so many. I mean, I couldn't read them all out. There's so many. But it's just brilliant hearing your guys' first experiences and that journey of seeing, and the way the venues live on as well. Someone mentioned one of the venues now is no longer a music venue; it's just a cinema. But yeah, God, they were real palaces, weren't they, back in the day?
Well, it's a shame. I mean, Brighton's lost many venues. I mean, the Free Butt, our drummer in our band used to be the landlord at the Free Butt. He was also the landlord. He's now the landlord at the Albert, actually, which is another great Brighton venue. But yeah, the Free Butt got shut down because they built a whole bunch of houses around it.
They did.
And then the
residents,
people that moved in complained that
the new residents.
Oh, well, it seems like there's a noisy venue nearby. But it was there before your house. Anyway.
Yeah, there were campaigns to change the law in Brighton a few years ago so that you couldn't move in and complain.
They've got this thing in France, haven't they, where there's some kind of cultural significance thing. I don't know. Am I hallucinating? I'm just automatically assuming.
Sounds like they would.
Automatically assuming that the French are smarter than we are regarding.
Well, they're good.
Culture.
They respect their music culture. Definitely.
That's right.
Yes.
They do.
That's good.
Apart from they have a hatred of Belgium. There is nothing there.
That's a very specific reference.
Thank you. It was. Yes, we've been watching Eurotrash a little bit.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube. Check
it
out.
Good.
It's very funny. Anyway, what?
Yes.
What have we got?
Well, I want to go back to the Booster EP. So for those of you who don't know, the Boosters, maybe I'll share what the Boosters are. Hold on a second. Subscribe. Okay, subscribe. The Boosters are our
what are
subscribing
they?
fans.
I mean, they are the lifeblood.
The lifeblood of Boo Industries. If you go to bit.ly/boosters with a capital Boo, you can join on our Bandcamp, join on our Patreon, and you get loads of awesome stuff.
Where's the lower third?
Well, I can't do it at the same time as you're on my screen.
Do you mean we need another laptop?
Yeah.
God, this is ridiculous. And this is why you need to subscribe.
Yes. we need a video jockey. Anyway, you get free downloads, including 15. It's actually 16 unreleased EPs now. And I just wanted to share a comment we got from No Labels Pulls on the Weird Party EP number 7. And he was shocked. They were shocked that none of these tracks had been released. And wanted to hear from us why we took these songs away from wider release, maybe on the next BOOcast. Like as we said at the start of the show, that's kind of why we released This Is Not the End, to bring some of those tracks into the light. In fact, Orange County, which starts off This Is Not the End, was on Booster EP number 7, Weird Party.
Yep.
But yeah, it's I don't know what to say. We're perfectionists.
That's Weird Party. There it is.
We sift through an awful lot of tracks, and they have to fit together.
Have you seen the way I've been editing tonight? It's that's not the work of a perfectionist.
It depends on how they fit together as a whole, as a piece of work. I think they have to kind of fit in the same universe together.
I'm starting to think, as I get older, perhaps I am sweating too much over all of this. Maybe I'm fretting over the minutiae of things, and perhaps it's a waste of time. And ultimately, the amount of work is the diminishing returns law. The harder you work on something, the fewer and fewer, the less and less noticeable it becomes. And often, the best things are the things that are just totally just arrived at. They happen, bang, it's there. It's alive. Let it go out and walk. And it's
Yeah.
I know. I hear what you're saying, and you're absolutely right. That's what we do. Maybe we're wrong to do this.
It's tricky.
What do you think?
I don't know why. I mean, it's true. Hex, I really wanted to do Hex. I think it's great. And I guess it's to do with also how much time we have to finish them and things like that.
Yeah.
Did we answer your question?
I don't know. Was there a question?
Yeah, the question was why haven't these been released? Why are they only on booster EPs?
There have been.
If you would like to tell us what to release, then join the boosters and get together and say, guys,
join the band.
Just join the boosters and you can
join the band.
Get access to it all.
Make it a very large, expanded sort of thing. There's only 2 of us.
Yeah.
You know, maybe a few more would be better. You don't have to wear red, by the way. I'm just looking at the screen going, well, what the hell what were we thinking tonight?
Well, apropos of that, I would share again that we have a new EP this month, Orange Space Dust, booster EP number 16, and they're all new tracks for you.
It's especially good.
So it's especially good, and if you subscribe to us either on, let me do the button, cut away.
Okay, cut away, yes.
Here we go, here's the links.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to?
Oh, why is it not on the?
I don't know. It's because I don't know.
It's going to the wrong screen.
It's going to the wrong screen.
Oh, I know. There we go.
And look what I did.
No, don't show the controls. Don't show behind the curtain.
Don't look at that man behind the curtain. So
anyway,
there you go.
That's
join
where
the
you
boosters.
can join us.
Can we leave that up while we
we'll
do
leave
the
it
thing?
up for now.
So now it's the moment that you all love. It's where we are unable to say
read
words. So we're gonna.
I've had a cold this week, so my voice is a little weak. I'll try and.
Well, I've been hospitalised this week, so
yes,
let's
it's been quite a week.
Literally, it's been because of all of the ongoing pressures and stress of delivering high quality content to you. Literally hospitalised. There we go.
That's
we'll be
commitment.
fine. That's commitment, man. But here we go.
What?
There we go.
Okay. We want to honour our boosters every month for their contributions that help us keep us out of hospital.
We're doing it now. Yes. Here we go. So, and over we go. Let's have some music. Okay, fantastic. Are you ready? Okay, so there's this track that you end up having to pay for every month. I'm going to record our own fanfare.
We need our own fanfare.
Okay, so the Booster Badge Holder Scroll of Honour.
Oh, these are
month.
The boosters that have Boo Peter badges, which you only get after 6 continuous months of support. So thank you, Andrew Kubachevsky.
Thank you, Stefan Last.
In the corner.
Thank you. What?
Steve Turnbull, Ian J. Cole.
James Newcomb, Craig Williams, Paul Marshland, Adam Embry, Warren Harrison, Sean Parsons, Jeff Terranova, Jeff Potter, Andrew Van, Ian Heath, Paul Harkness, George Scheffner, Tom Grimshaw,
Pascal Aubry,
Technomantic,
David Hill,
Andrew Walford,
Nick Hague,
Gary Goldfinch,
Andrew Mayo,
Ed Fancy, you missed Ed
Rob
Fancy,
Sloan,
Rob Sloan, Ragu, Ian Pass, Simon Goodwin,
Neil Wharton,
Andrew Loveland,
Jerome Gorman,
Michael, is that
Michael Carker, No Labels Pulls, Andy Vinal, Andy McCreath, Adrian Wright,
Reno Van Rich Kuhl, Evan D.B. Gray, Sean Parsons, Julian Edge, Zachary Christopher Izzy Monkey, Phil Dunbar,
Ton Impex, you brought us back.
Stephen Webb, Christopher Mitchell, Peter Della,
Jeffrey
Collins, Gary and Paula,
Peter Coit,
and Dots.
Thank you so much.
Oh, God,
the more of you there are, the faster that scroll's going to go. So it's only going to get more exciting.
Yeah. Join up, and because we'll keep the music the same length. I think I'll do a new piece of music for it.
Yeah, we need our own fanfare.
We don't have to explain to them that we've paid for this. Let us use it.
We get a content strike every month on it.
Every month. It's ridiculous. And they go, oh, yeah, you paid. Oh, yeah. It's just such a ball ache. It's really boring.
Anyway.
If
you don't want to be a booster, which I don't know why you wouldn't, but you can always join us on our Discord, where we talk about stuff and you can ask us questions.
And it's free to join. You get to read.
I'll
actually go and check out our Substack as well.
And our Substack, I've just put a link in. It's the future, apparently. So
yeah, it's the future, man. And also on our Discord, we've got loads of beautiful remixes. By the way, don't forget all the stems for your boosters are up there. The stems from Compulsory Games, our most recent album. So we want, just bung them in there. But there's loads of stuff you can listen to, look at, content, and it's free.
I hear cat content coming.
Is there cat? Wait, finally. Okay, so we could be turning the corner here. This could be the moment where this show becomes
almost as good as Get Jervis's show. Just bear with me a second. I can hear things downstairs. Yes. Can I hear purring? Can I hear purring? She ran away. She's a shy girl. Hello, Nixie.
She ran away.
Yeah. So there we go. We got cats, right?
This is Nixie. Hello. She's our studio lady.
So, what have you got to say? No, she's not.
She's
not having it.
She shuts up as soon as there's a camera on her.
She rightfully disdains mass media and YouTube. She's not looking at the camera. Anyway, so are we?
Yeah, I think that's all. Oh, we've got a new video for you. The video for Jackdaw, which
You might have seen already.
You may have seen.
But yeah, thank you very much. Join us on Patreon. Join us on the on Bandcamp. Join us wherever you can. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for tonight's show. We'll be with you again in September. It's September.
Oh my God.
It's September already.
Autumn?
Is it? I'm seriously thinking
autumn.
about. I'm serious, but I want to get a facelift. I'm so
For
old.
autumn.
Yeah, for autumn. I feel so old. I just feel so old.
Aww.
Old, man.
Summer makes everybody feel old.
Does it though?
Because it's hot and you just feel like double the size. I do. I feel like big melty blob in the
What
summer.
about you, Nixie? How does summer make you feel?
She's faintly purring. Too faintly for the mic to pick up. She's not really amused by all this.
I got a little blink. All right, look, we love you guys and ladies. Thank you for being with us for tonight's BOOcast. We will be back next month. I'm not sure if there will be a synth of the month because I have quite literally run out of synthesizers.
Yes, if there's something you'd like to send us,
Unless I
maybe.
start doing drum machines. I mean, I don't know. I've got a couple of drum machines I could do. Or maybe
okay,
effects
where she
pedals.
wants.
Who knows? She's off. Yeah. Any requests, anything you want to hear or see, if you've got anything you're doing, any shows, anything you're revealing, anything like that.
Let us know on the Discord, or you can always email us at batteryoperatedorchestra@gmail.com.
Yeah, absolutely. And we love you.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's been a big old show, hasn't it?
That's right. It's
I've
been a great show.
Really enjoyed hearing about all your first gigs and subsequent gigs, and feel excited about gigs.
We're going to go and read the gigs. Say gigs again.
Gigs.
Gigs. So we're going to go and read your comments now.
And you are going to watch a music video.
And you're going to watch a music video. Okay, we love you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.